Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we have an unsure doe, which means they're not sure if it's a male or female, and uncertain, which means they're not sure of the race either. They found the body August 22nd, 2014 in Dawsonville, Georgia, and they can't determine the weight, the height, the age group, the estimated year of death, or the estimated PMI. It says old remains from attic storage found in landfill. Partial skeleton parts only. Found in a landfill. And now we're going to look at the missing persons that there were no missing persons that I could find from Dawsonville, Georgia, or from Dawson County. So I'm looking at the ones really close by, but I didn't put them in order of the distance away. The ones that were in nearby counties, the closest counties, is the ones that I have. So we have Thomas Edward Funk Jr. missing 2011 from Gainesville, Georgia. You can pause this information and read it if you like. I'm just going to scroll down for you. His vehicle was at home when he disappeared. It just says he disappeared from his home. It really doesn't give any information. Lori Marie Shepa from Cumming, Georgia. And here's a map to show you where Dawsonville's right here. Dahloneg's right here. Ball Ground's right here. Gainesville is here, and Cumming is here. She was 5'2". She walked away from Cumming, Georgia at about 11 a.m. August 19, and she's not been seen or heard from since. And we have Melba Smith Stribling, Alpharetta, Georgia, 92 years old, went missing in 2008. She was reported missing in 2016 after a discovery that her pension checks were being collected since 2008. Wow. Antonio James Campbell, he was 3 years old. He went missing from Gainesville, Georgia, and they said that it's possible that he could be with his mother, and they may have traveled and gone elsewhere, which I would like to think that would be a more positive outcome. Jose Antonio Hernandez from Gainesville, Georgia, went missing in 2007. He was 32 years old. He left a friend's house in the same city that he lived in, and he never returned home. We have James Austin Yost, Cumming, Georgia, 24 years old, 2007. Just said he last spoke with his family on the phone January 22nd. He had been staying at the Sun Suites Inn in Cumming, Georgia, and it's not like him to not call his family and be in touch with them. And Mark Lee Webb from Beaufort, Georgia, says last contacted. I think there was something to do with jet skis or something. And there was a John Doe, I think, found nearby, but I don't know if the John Doe's him or not. That was found nearby. Stephen Lancaster Cox, Ackworth, Georgia, 38 years old, 2004. Last seen at about 10 p.m. leaving his residence. Walden Lane in Ackworth. That's it. So you can pause it and read it if you want to. He didn't have a car. It was at his mother's home when he disappeared, so he wasn't with his car, but he had a Harley Davidson. So, Wayman Eugene Stewart, Gainesville, Georgia, 2004. Last seen 7 p.m. at his home. And it gives the vicinity of where that was. And Derek Scott Wright, Gainesville, Georgia, 17 years old, 1996. They don't know what happened to him. He worked temporarily at a McDonald's in June 1996. He didn't have transportation, and they haven't heard from him since, and nobody knows what happened to him. Belinda Frances Norad, Ackworth, Georgia, 1992, 5'5". She was last seen arguing with her husband and left with him in her pickup truck. She has not been seen or heard from since. 6 weeks later, her truck was found parked at a shopping center in Marietta, Georgia. There was no sign of her at the scene. So, and Timothy Guy, Forsyth County, Georgia, 1987. It says he was 18 years old and he had moved to Forsyth County to work as a stable hand at Sleepy Fox Farm. And the employees told investigators that he left at 9:30 p.m. February 6, 1987, and he was headed to his parents' home, leaving with a man named Jeff, who is said to be driving a 1972 to 1974 Chevy Impala. Jeff, whose last name is unknown, was described as a big bone, muscular person who's about 5'10", 180, with brown hair and a beard. Jeff's parents were contacted by the farm manager 2 days later. Not Jeff's parents. Timothy's parents were contacted by the farm manager 2 days later when he did not return to work, and his parents informed the manager that he had never come home. And I'm wondering, did they even know that person that he was said to have left it with? Did they know him? Was he a friend of the family? Did anybody know him? Because why don't they know his last name? Or, I don't know. It just sounds fishy, doesn't it? So, I don't know what happened. Probably wild speculation again. Ada Ruth Calfee, missing from Dahlonega, Georgia, 25 years old, 1981. Last seen in the company of her boyfriend. She allegedly got out of the car and in Dahlonega, Georgia, to hitchhike home. So, I don't know about that either, but it's possible. Holly, and we get passionate and emotional sometimes, and I'm one of those people. Sometimes I get emotional, I just kind of freeze, and I don't know what to do. Holly and Emmett, Gainesville, Georgia, less than a year old. That is sad. It says Betty Loggins, Emmett, and her 4-month-old daughter were last seen at their home in Gainesville. Her husband reported Betty took Holly and left their home at 1 a.m. She's never been heard from again. That is so sad. Betty Loggins Emmett, so that's the same one that we just mentioned. 36 years old, 1977. So if you have any information about whose remains these could be that they found in the attic that were found in a landfill, how sad that somebody did that to somebody. So if you do, please contact authorities and let them know if you have any information about any of these missing persons. Remember that each of these missing persons are someone's loved one, whether it's someone's son or husband or brother or daughter or sister or aunt. There's people out there that love them that don't have closure. So if you have any information, please contact authorities and let them know. Let them decide what's relevant and what's important. Feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.